Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video that I wanted to do again. Today, kind of wanted to talk about anxiety, I guess, maybe, or video games. I might honestly just talk about video games. Been playing a lot of Super Mario Bros. On the 3DS, and that's been a lot of fun. Like, this game is like my new, like, I don't know, like, I always want to play a game, and it's like, oh, what do I want to play? Let's play fucking Mario. Like, Mario just seems so much easier to pick up and do. Um, oh, yeah, I don't know. Things have been kind of actually going pretty good recently. A lot of really cool things have been happening. Like, I've been connecting with some really cool people who have been very kind and very helpful in, like, helping me through things and helping me, like, pick myself back up, which is really cool. Like, there are some things that I can do, that I am very much capable on my own. I know I still get, like, I still kind of have some anger stuff. Like, there's definitely some um, funk that I have to work through first. Um, I don't know. I get very conflicted. Is probably a good way to put it. Very constricted. I feel confined in myself. Um, and I get pretty. I find it like difficult to talk to people, which is kind of weird. Like, I get so anxious. Um, like, I don't want to f anything up. Like, I'm so afraid that I'm gonna like make someone angry or I'm gonna screw something up. And sometimes it almost feels like I'm kind of putting a shell back on, and that's not really the direction that I want to go. I don't want to like put a protective shell up again, but I don't know if I have to because of like some of the stuff that I'm going through. I don't know if it's like because of some of the stuff that I'm like going through and experiencing that I still feel like I need a protective shell, um, which is kind of a bummer because I don't like I'm working on getting out of that, um, and I guess just finding ways to do that. Mario helps, but that's just kind of like don't bother me. I'm playing video games. Oh, I meant to do that. I died. I know I still go through a lot of like overthinking. Like, I definitely overthink a lot, and I have to like remind myself to calm down and not overthink. But after like so many experiences, it's kind of difficult. Like, I turn 26 this fall, and that's kind of a weird idea for me. It's a weird number because it's the oldest I've ever been, but it's still like relatively young to existence and life itself. Um, but it's like, how do you like what? Like, how do you go from here? I knew how to be a kid. I don't know how to be an adult. I mean, I know how to do some things, but there's a lot of things I'm still very like anxious on. Like, how am I gonna make it in the world? Um, can I make it in the world? Like, is it okay to do things? Um, to like be successful in myself and be healthy and all that fun stuff. Um, Yoga is probably a good idea. Like, I keep meaning to do yoga. It's just finding a way to get down there, um, to the place that the yoga happens, because my car is still being fiddly faddly, but it's okay because I've been working on it, and that's been kind of cool actually. It's been kind of cool to explore this car and figure out how cars work because I've never really been a car guy or a car dude or anything like that. I like cars. I like to drive them. I like to go fast, very very fast. But I've never actually like worked on a car, and so it's been pretty cool to do. No, I died. I paused at the wrong time. Stupid. But yeah, anxiety is definitely an interesting concept. I'm still working on like recovering from it, and I guess I don't know if you can like recover from I think you can. Like I feel like you can recover from anxiety and like really get a hold on it, and so where it's not like, just holding on to you and you can't even exist. Um like going out, I'm still working on that, but then it's like I'm afraid to go out and about too much because I feel like I need to focus on my goals more, um to get me where I want to go, to get me where I need to go in order to be able to go out, I guess, in a weird way. But then, meeting people is always a good thing. Um, I don't know. I just still working on recording and keeping it as a regular thing. Still want to keep it as like the channel, maybe not so much as how I started it, but I still want to be that person that I was back then, but just newer, I guess, with the experiences that I've been through. Still be myself, but a better version, maybe? Or a more updated version, I don't know. But I have some pretty like wonderful opportunities that have been like happening recently, and I've been so preemptive to like, am I using that word right? Preemptive. I've been so cautious to actually move towards them. To prevent attack by disabling the enemy. Maybe that's not the right word. Preemptive. No, maybe not. I've been very just like, I don't know, cautious about like moving into those opportunities because I'm so afraid of them like changing me in a weird way. Like I still want to be me, but I still want to be able to like have these wonderful opportunities. And that's part of my anxiety. I know that. But I don't know. Like I don't know. I miss just like being able to talk about things and like playing video games and stuff like that. I guess it's like I miss being me. Because I know I definitely like I built a mask to like protect myself from a lot of things. A lot of things that I didn't really like. Some scary things were happening, and I put on a mask to like keep myself from those things. And I want so much to like let that mask go, but I keep getting like scared back into it. And I don't want that. Like I don't want to go back to an old mask that just like it doesn't work anymore and it's like uncomfortable to wear. It's like I want to be able to talk to people and just like interact authentically and be who I actually can be. But that can be kind of difficult sometimes because people can be very difficult. As I've learned, people can be very cruel sometimes. People can be mean, and it's like that's like I don't want to be around that, and it's so hard to like not let it affect you. Because I do still feel very much like a kid at heart, and I really want to like hold on to that and be able to express that authentically and be okay with that and not be scared of that. And just like I don't know, want to be able to like let my guard down, but still protect myself from bad juju and negative stuff, but then still be open enough to express myself and still be like kind and interact with people, but keep a proper barrier between me and like negative things. That's probably the biggest thing, just like protecting from negativity. But that's I mean being around good people does help. Healthier people, which is I guess part of, it is good that I have been like getting out and meeting people, to be around cooler people and stuff like that. And then also like taking care of health and doing yoga and those kind of things. But then also finding the time to work towards my goals. Because I do want to start like cosplaying again. That is definitely something that I want to get into as like an actual, like I want to get into cosplay. Because I've only ever done it like a couple times. but never to like the extent where it's like I want to be a part of that community around like other cosplayers and other creative people who are just like being crazy cool. But yeah, I don't know, just bleh. I never know what to talk about. Pokemon. Oh, I was playing. I picked up my blue version again today, and I was playing with my Magikarp, trying to get me a Gyarados, because I want one. Because I love Pokemon. That's what I get so like, I don't know. I forget how to just like talk about things and not be so anxious all the time. No, no, oh my gosh. I'm getting confuddled. I have been trying to record games again, but my recording equipment is limited to my laptop still, and I don't have too many games that I could do. I mean, I do have Chrono Trigger, which I could do. That game is a lot of fun. I do like that game. I might do that. Maybe I will record that and actually go with it. But I've noticed you guys who do watch my channel, like I've noticed you guys like my vlogs a little bit more, which is okay. Like I love talking and like vlogging and just like getting stuff out there. So maybe I'll just do that and I can just like, I don't know, game on the side or something. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay, and I really hope you guys are taking care of yourself. Made it. Saved it. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves and being as kind and creative as possible, to you and to everybody else. I'm still working on that, like the self-kindness and the self-acceptance and like self-love, which I was talking about there for a while, kind of let it slip, but I'm working on it again. Little baby steps, and like right now it's like little things, like burning candles and stuff to like help clean the air in my room, or, you know, taking care of like physical health, good food, just those sort of things. And yoga. I know yoga would help. Yoga would probably help a lot. And yoga's fun. Like yoga's actually a lot of fun. It's extensive. Like holy crap, I didn't know how like they really talk about like it's a mind-body connection. It's like a mind-body connection. Like so much like gunk and like emotional crap was coming up like my first session that I did. I was like, oh, I was not ready for this. I almost need like a puke bucket right next to me so I could like puke all my emotions out and just like get all the crap that I've been through just like but it's really cool. Like it really does. It's like it's a great workout too. Like I've always been so used to like weightlifting and stuff. Like that was where I got a lot of my physicality. Like I grew up with martial arts as a kid. You know, everybody does karate when they're like 6 years old. So wow. And I grew up around that. I got into boxing, but then like weightlifting is where I like really kind of like took off with my physicality. And I still do. Like I still love to weightlift. I do love to actually like I like the feeling of the physicality of moving heavy things. But yoga, like I've done it on my own, but just as stretches, like strictly just like stretching my body and like feeling it. But this time I'm really trying to move into more of like a spiritual direction, like a spiritual healing, and really like dig through some of this emotional stuff. And it was a totally different change. Like it wasn't so much of a stretch as it was like a spiritual connection. It was trying to focus and getting the mind out of the way to let the spiritual energy like heal the emotional stuff. And it was just a totally different thing. Like I was not ready for it. I almost had a freak out in the middle of the session. But I'm definitely trying on that. And like I know meditation is good for me. Like I do know that it would probably be good beneficiary if I got back into my meditation, because I did used to do that a lot. And there's just a lot of spiritual and emotional stuff that's still going through. And so yeah, but then also like I still want to play Mario and stuff. I don't know. It's interesting. It's very strange. Just all the different types of like spirituality like that there are too, and like the different spiritual practices and the way that other people find their own spirituality and things. Like paganism or Wiccanism or Wiccan. I don't know if it's Wiccanism. Buddhism, whether it be all these different things. Like I've explored so many different facets, but I've always been very much more in the philosophy of it. Like I've always been very intellectual about it. And now that I'm actually like moving towards the actual practices of it, it's a completely different experience, and it's kind of scary. Like it's kind of scary, especially like if you've been into philosophy for any period of time, if you've ever like read anything, it can kind of mess you up in the head because you think too much about life rather than being a part of life. And that's where like the spiritual connection is coming from. It's like actually being a part of life and being okay with life, being okay with things that happen in life, being okay with experiences of grief, of sadness, of connection, of loss, of love, of joy, of happiness. And it's like coming together with all of those things rather than just philosophizing about it. Philosophizing? Something about that. And getting very much out of the headspace and more of like in the heart and like the body, which I very much was more attuned with my heart, and it's been a while since I've been there. I think it's just because I felt like I haven't been safe enough to like move back into this space, which is very unfortunate because that's where I live best. I feel like the type of person that I am, I'm very much a heart person. As weird as that sounds, a loving person, I guess. I should probably watch some of my old videos just to like remember what was going on and what I was dealing with in those times, and not forget about those things, but definitely move towards a more healthier version of myself. Because as like healthy as I was before, I wasn't healthy emotionally, and that's the fight that I'm like dealing with. So I hope you guys are doing great. I really hope you guys are taking care of yourselves, and I really do appreciate those few of you who have been watching my videos. It's so awesome. It's so amazing just to see like 4 views. It's like, yay, people see my stuff. But I will, like, I will do my best to keep recording and doing as many videos as I can, and hopefully really healing from a lot of this stuff these next few months. I hope so. So thank you guys very much. And it's also being about vulnerability as well, like being vulnerable in those places. Like I was so much more vulnerable before. Like last summer I felt I was so much more vulnerable. Like I was talking about things that were like really like there in the moment. And now I've been a little just like blasé about things, and it's like I feel like I've closed up again. I want to be better at being vulnerable again, and really being vulnerable and allowing people to come in and allowing people to love me and allowing me to love myself and to love others better. But I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Hope you guys are staying creative and doing the things that you love, and I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye. And just a small thing at the end of this, I just want to say thank you. Like, really thank you for all the comments and like the messages and the likes on the videos and stuff. It's really cool to see that. And sometimes I forget, because of the things that I've gone through, like I forget that there are a lot of cool people out in the world who do care and are very kind and caring. And I just want to say thank you. So hopefully I can work on things and get better and get back to actually like doing things again. It's been a while since I've actually been like consistent with my stuff. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you're taking care of yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye.